Right, now we just been to see Nave. Now we're going to fly off and see the Vigilance. Once we get to Fleet HQ and talk to Delgado, we're going to ignore him for a while so we can do Barrett's side quest. Pink brick incoming.
Time to cycle the airlock and move.
Vigilance indeed. So many of these fine folks joined SysDef due to tragic circumstances.
He's just taking the elevators right down there.
I hope I'll be able to see him next time we're on shore leave.
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Hey, Toft.
We've got a wager going over whether the fleet will let you in or leave you for dead.
I have,
And, unless you're a zombie,
I got evidence for you.
I owe the ops
Nice
too much.
work. Let me take a look.
I discovered information about Adel Kemp.
Interesting. Looks like he's been meeting up regularly with Neva Mora to transfer goods and cash from Sidonia. Which means the Crimson Fleet's just lost one of their drop points. That should set them back a bit. Find anything else?
That is all I have for now.
Understood. Keep searching and you're bound to find more.
Well, I'll find some more on the fleet's
I'll be
key.
here if you have any more questions.
At ease, soldier. We got the message from the Regana about Austin Rick. We had him dropped off at a separate port, off the books. Suffice to say, he's got a lot to answer for.
I'm glad he surrendered. I didn't want to kill anyone, innocent or otherwise.
That's a smart line to follow. Part of this role you're playing means having to make hard choices. Just remember not to lose yourself in the part.
We wouldn't be the good guys if we did.
Oh, one more thing before we move on. For transparency's sake, you should know we were the ones that hired Ecliptic to attack Neva's ship. There was concern after what happened with the Regana that you might have trouble earning Neva's trust. Coming to her rescue ensured that would not be a problem.
That's a clever way to ensure Neva's trust.
Ah, so I take it you have good news. Were you able to join the fleet?
It does seem like I passed our initial test.
Then it worked. You're in. Sounds like everything is going as expected. Now it's time for the next phase of the mission.
Our intel on Saoirse was correct. After we received reports on your interaction with Adler Kemp, we picked up on your rendezvous with Neva Mora.
Our files indicate she's second in command, so getting on her good side will ensure you get into the Crimson Fleet.
Everyone's going according to plan.
Yes, you passed your first test and you're still alive. But before we get too confident, that either means she suspects nothing, or she intends to make an example of you later. Just remember, these are ruthless criminals, so don't let your guard down.
And their ruthlessness is only surpassed by their cunning. You should proceed with caution, regardless of how well you think you've ingratiated yourself.
So what's next for you on Neva's agenda?
I was told to meet Neva at the key.
Where you'll meet Delgado, no doubt.
Delgado is the leader of the Crimson Fleet. I have a profile here with some information on his background. You'll want to know the individual cadences of every member of the fleet, but Delgado's most of all.
I wonder if the files mention any of his poker tales. Pirates and gamblers are basically part of the same genus.
You will be thankful you did the homework when it comes time for the test. In any case, now that you're with the fleet, you'll be operating independently. We will shadow you eventually, but we'll need to maintain our distance for now, especially while you're on the key. This will also give us time to bolster our defenses, should we need to engage with the fleet in the future.
Sir, on that note, shall we begin implementing the upgrade to our shields?
Immediately, Lieutenant. Notify the engineers and relay the information to the crew. I hope your entry into the fleet has overcome any doubts you may have had regarding your mission. It certainly increased my estimates on success. Keep up the good work. We'll expect further reports. Dismissed.
Okay.
First mission in the books and no casualties.
Yeah, Toph gets to like you more a bit later down the line. I have to get out of the ship. Okay, I have to undock the ship. Fair enough. There is, like I said, occasions where you have to undock.
I have.
This look cleaner than before? Huh.
Sometimes you're on a ship or a station, you can just fast travel straight from it.
Air pressure stable. Thrusters are a go. Ready.
Why so much power in my grav drive?
Our daring voyage through the oceans of space brings us here. And we're docking. And
Something for you.
Get out of my face.
You said the take was 10.
I sent some evidence ahead. Yeah, I do.
40% of 10 versus 30.
You wanted 4K, you got 4K. Not my problem.
If you're stealing from me, you bet your ass it's your problem.
You kidding me? Way to make a mess in front of my new rook.
Hey, steal from me and get caught. Better off dead.
Sounds like you did the fleet a favor. Now toss this body out of an airlock before it turns into a damn air freshener.
Hello.
The hell took you so long? Forget how to grab jump or something?
Nice to finally put an A face to the name.
Maybe for you. I'd rather shove a shotgun up my nose than remember the face of every low-life rook who passes through this station. But, all that aside, you made it. So now, you get to hear a nifty history lesson.
Oh, yay!
Pencils ready? Good.
Wow!
This floating scrap heap you're standing on is called the Keep. Used to be an old UC military star station, and now it's the fleet's base of operations. Might look a little beat up on the outside, but we keep it together.
Usually builds with multi-layer hull substrates. This station should be fine.
Wow, thanks, Professor. That's just terribly fascinating. I'll be certain to pass that on to the maintenance crew who have to use baling wire to keep the plating from peeling off.
Well, it's better to build and repair on a solid foundation than to repair something that was never meant for this.
Anyway, I'll tell you all about the Keep, but it's better if I show you too. Follow me.
All right. History time. So, the Key is in orbit around Suvorov. That's the very same ice ball where the United Colonies built a supermax prison they call the Lock.
Lock key.
The UC is so clever. Supermax prison, lock, key. Cute, huh?
There's 2 bits of evidence lying about the key. And this is one of the few places you can get a shielded cargo.
Now, we've got everything the fleet needs right here. Of course, you've got to pay for it. Remember, on the key, credits are king. What the hell is this?
All right, hang on, Nev. Before you get pissed, I've got my hands full.
Jasmine, sweetie, I'm trying to give a tour here. So you want to tell me why those damn doors are sealed?
It's called a malfunction. You know, that thing I spend most of my day dealing with. Believe me, my people are on it. Have a little faith for once.
Aw. And you always, Angel. This here's Jasmine. You need anything for your ship, she's got you covered. We'll hit up the depot next since these doors have given out on us. So anyway, we were talking about the lot. About 100 years ago, the prisoners down there rioted and took over the place. After stealing some ships, they were actually able to make it up here and took over the key.
About time you brought us new blood, neighbor. I was getting tired of trading with the same old faces.
You're just ticked everyone's getting wise to your ridiculous prices, Aludra. Anyway, welcome to the depot, Rook, where you'll be lucky if these blood-sucking leeches don't bleed you completely dry.
Whoa, whoa. It's not our fault that people don't appreciate how much it costs to get untraceable merchandise onto the key.
Neva's just whining because she thinks she lost a ton of cash selling us a shipment of gear. She should have done her homework.
Yeah, sure, laugh it up. I'll remember that next time I need something from you cheapskates. Let's move on. Back to my story. After the liberated prisoners grabbed the key, they established it as a base of operations and began pirating the spaceways. That was how the Crimson Fleet began. Of course, Jasper Cricks had a lot to do with all that, but, we'll get to him later. Rook, meet Zuri, queen of the rare exports.
If I don't have it, you don't need it.
Neuroamps, blueprints. Hit her up and she'll take care of you.
Speaking of which, you still owe me for that last purchase, Neva. It's like 5 figures. Don't make me collect it the hard way.
The hard way? Oh no. Rook, protect me from Zuri's vengeance. Enough of the bullshit, Zuri. I'll pay you when I pay you. Deal with it. Got a problem with that? Take it up with the boss.
My prices may be high, but these goods ain't exactly easy to find.
I'm sure you know the deal there. They'll buy pretty much anything, no matter how hot. Then we got our med bay on the left, run by the one and only Samina Mizra. She'll patch you up, if you've got the money. We don't run any free clinics up in here, you know? Okay, this is our final stop. Over there, you've got the last Nova, where Bog serves watered-down drinks at ridiculously exorbitant prices. And right here is the most important place on the entire station. The Reckoner's Core, run by the incomparable Shinya Voss.
Another new Rook, Neva? I can't believe Delgado still lets you recruit, given what happened with the last one.
You mean Austin Rape? It's been taken care of, all right? I don't like loose ends, and this Rook is the one who tied it off.
Perhaps next time you'll try to be a bit more discerning regarding your choices. It's far more cost-effective.
Yeah, love you too, darling. Anyway, Shinya handles our lifeblood. The money. We call him our Reckoner, but if you ask me, he's actually a pain in the ass.
And Neva will slit your throat if she thinks you'll bleed creds.
Go to hell, boss. Take care of our new friend here, or I'll find a way to pull the pin on that little party popper in your chest. Anyway, Shinya will get you set up in our system. I've got real work to do.
Yeah,
Once
the
you're
bomb.
done, head upstairs and I'll introduce you to the boss.
Time for a proper introduction. I am Shinya Voss, the official Reckoner for the Crimson Fleet. And since Neva so thoughtfully mentioned it, yes, this is a bomb embedded in my chest. And no, I'll never know the meaning of the word humble. In fact, I find Delgado's idea of a security measure to be quite empowering.
That's the most clever security measure I've ever seen.
Glad you approve. Obviously, betrayal isn't taken lightly around here. Since I oversee the bulk of transactions and maintain all accounts for the fleet, I'm a prime target for information. Should our enemies capture me, or I grew any semblance of a moral conscience, you might consider me the greatest threat we have. For Delgado, the bomb grants peace of mind and a certain degree of safety.
Sounds like a smart man.
It's why he's the boss. Of course. I'm not the first reckoner to bear a bomb under my rib cage, but Delgado was smart enough to continue the tradition. Now, let me get you set up. A moment while I convene with the Corps.
Okay.
Thanks to advanced modifications even Nugent would envy, I can interface directly with our mainframe and the Galbank network. This allows me to move and clean credits faster and more efficiently than any run-of-the-mill cyber runner. There. You're done. All you need now is Delgado's blessing, and you'll be one of us.
Any other modifications I need to know about?
None. Other than my chest and arm modifications, I am but a simple man. Is the interview over now? Can we get back to work?
Time to make those creds.
The perfect segue into my final subject. Thanks to our relations with contacts across the galaxy, we always have a steady stream of jobs available. I've granted you all the necessary permissions to access these listings at any time, using the computers that surround the core.
Sounds like we'll be doing a lot of business together.
If Neva's chosen wisely, we certainly will. Now, I believe that covers all I have to say, so you can run along to Delgado. Take the elevator to the upper level. You should be able to find your way from there, I hope.
All right.
Listen up. You can all stop complaining. Atrium to cargo bay doors.
I've got bounties in every system. Idiots will never
And
catch me.
you're welcome, Nev.
Are you looking to start something? Because I'll finish it.
So, looks like we got ourselves a new rook. Once again, I'm Jazz, resident engineer here. Like Neva said, you need ship parts, repairs? I'll hook you up. As long as your credits are good.
Oh, the fleet is a wider variety than you see in Freestar Collective.
It may not be wider, but it's not on the books, if that's what you're getting at. I can guarantee your ship will be in good hands. So if you're looking for an upgrade, let me know. We got the best selection in the settled systems. Illegal, unregistered, recalled. We sell it all. No questions asked.
I'm always looking for an edge.
Anything that keeps the UC and Freestar Rangers off your tail is a must-have in my book. Just let me know when you want to talk business.
Okay.
Take care of your ship, she'll take care of you.
So where's that fucking evidence that I'm looking for? One's upstairs.
What was it? Did you see something?
No, I just wanted to try shooting my laser. Which is now fully upgraded, by the way, so it gets the fire bonus. There was evidence somewhere about here. And I can't remember where the second bit of evidence is. Because the one's up in Delgado's room.
So there I am. You see security on my tail, and my grab drive just chokes. You know what I find? The fattest leech I've ever seen. Worm nearly got me dusted.
Mm-hmm. Do 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 do. Look at that fucking noise. Okay. Eh. Eh. Yeah, I have no idea what that noise is. Probably some fucking heat leech walking by. Now, wouldn't that be funny? A heat leech on here. Ammo there. And there's 2 bits of evidence on the key itself.
Better get a move on before Dale
There's
sees you
our other new
slacking.
recruit. So, now that we are all here, it's time to get down to business.
Okay.
The 2 of you are the only rooks that have made the latest cut. The rest, well, let's just say they won't be joining us ever again. Neva's willing to put her neck on the line and vouch for you, which means you've got what it takes to join the Crimson Fleet.
I won't disappoint.
You'd better not disappoint. Or you'll find yourself answering to me, personally. All right, let's get started here. When you sign up with the Crimson Fleet, you're in it for the long haul. No one quits. No one retires. The only way out is death. You stay loyal or you pay the consequences. Fleet before friends. Fleet before family. Fleet before yourself.
Got it, boss.
Boss? Good. You're getting it already. I like that.
Can we get on with this? I want to get drunk at the last Nova.
I'm impressed. That is the first intelligent thing you have said this entire time, Mathis. Since you two seem so eager to move forward, let's get to your next job. Pack your cold weather gear, Rooks. Where we are going, you're going to need it.
Oh, God, don't tell me you're dragging him down to Suvarol for another one of your little initiation runs. 10 Johns to the surface, 12 dead Rooks. You'd think by now you would have given up on that goddamn campfire story.
Crix's legacy is no story, Neva. We've got fresh eyes in the fleet. And if these two want to impress, they're going to help me search those ruins.
I hope you're right, Dale. That new code we grabbed for the lot cost us a ton of credits. And a decent captain.
This initiation, as Neva calls it, is your chance to see where it all began. On Suvorov with Jasper Griggs. Griggs led the riots that gave birth to the Crimson Fleet. And if his legacy is still out there, we're going to be the ones to find it.
And what's this code Neva's talking about?
Through a bit of luck and a hell of a lot of cash, Neva was able to get her hands on an access code to the inside of the lock. This will be the first time someone from the Crimson Fleet has set foot in there for, well, since Griggs left the place behind. It has been frustrating being this close to potential clues, but not being able to find a way through those prison walls.
Okay. Maybe you should tell me more about Crix's legacy.
Before Griggs left the fleet, he left a message talking about a major score. One that would set up the fleet to be a big player in the settled systems. Somewhere down the line, they started calling it Crix's legacy. And everyone who's tried to find it has wound up empty-handed, missing, or dead. If we're gonna beat those odds, we'll first need a lead. And I would wager we will find one on Suvorov.
Dale's leaving out the best part. That this whole search is based on a handful of words on a very old slate. Crix left a lot of big talk on that recording, and not a lot of facts. Some of us believe in it more than others.
Don't listen to her. When we get our hands on Crix's legacy, the fleet will be operating at a completely different level. We will become more than a match for UC System.
Yeah, we'll be unstoppable.
Exactly. Now you're beginning to understand. Okay, enough discussion. We have got a lot of work to do. To that end, the next stop is the lock. I've had Jazz feed the coordinates into your ship's computer. Since Mathis doesn't have a ship, he's going to ride with me. I'll see you down there, Rook. Don't keep me waiting.
Well, I'll keep you waiting as long as I fucking want, dude. Up here somewhere is the evidence I need on Shinra. They can't get Shinra. Yeah. Shinra can't actually be, Shinra can't be arrested right now because the bomb in his chest means he can't leave the key. Now this has got a landmark on Earth. Yeah, the Crix interview I'm not worried about.
I thought Delgado needed you on the planet. Why are you talking to me?
I find her to be kind of funny.
We may not have official security on the key. We're always
I remember there being one more piece of evidence. Because I usually found 2 per quest. This takes me to the back rooms for Jazz.
I'm only stationed on the key until the heat dies down.
So this is the key. I'm honestly impressed they managed to keep the thing operational.
Smuggling beats a real job any day.
Well, yeah, for research wise, I've done it all. I've researched every last thing until the DLC or mods add more. And I won't be doing mods until I have completed this playthrough, so... Until I completed all the DLC, to be more specific, I won't be doing any real modding. Oh, you can't pick up rocket.
If I had a billion creds, I'd run my own city, like they you. Except in my town, you could do Aurora anywhere.
Yeah, when it always says shit like that, when I'm a bit older, I am going to have my own house, and there'll be no rules in my house, and then it's like...
I feel like I can detect a faint increase in oxygen.
I knew you'd find your way back to my little corner of the key. Everyone always does.
What are you selling?
Take a look around, genius. And don't tell me you've never laid eyes on a gun before. But just in case I need to spell it out for you, the merch I carry is known as weapons and ammunition. Get it?
Okay, I'm just here to buy.
Hey, if you want to pour credits into my pocket, you won't hear any arguments from me. I carry most of the standard hardware. You know, kinetics, electromags, energy, even a few explosives. Occasionally, I stock a few smuggled items. Basically the stuff SysDev doesn't want you to play with. Just don't screw me over or I'll be inclined to give you a free demo. With your head as the target.
Okay. I ain't been new here, but you can trust me.
And you want me to just take your word for that? Perfect. A little advice, Sadiqi? The fleet's trust can't be bought. You earn it. You bleed for the fleet bleeds for you. Pure and simple. Anyone who says otherwise is either lying or getting ready to stab you in the back.
Thank you for the etiquette lesson, Professor. I suspect this has roots in something very personal.
Ah, please, I don't need your concern. All I care about is separating you from your credits. So let's leave our professional relationship at that, alright?
What you got in for stock?
Whatever you need.
Oh, thank God, she's shut up finally. I think that's actually better than when I got it now. Somehow.
Alright, see you around.
Kinetics.
Need something?
Electromags.
Fine.
Right, she sells that and that. Okay.
Nothing's a substitute for
You're
shotgun
done
blast
here?
to the face.
Great.
Armor. Nobody gives a fuck for the armor.
Don't even try to rip me up.
Yeah, other than that, the what she's selling is just shite. Like that. A mag pulse is okay. A mag sniper, I don't really care for.
Don't be a stranger.
Always ask for a bigger cut. It's all about me.
What'll it be, friend?
Just see what the depot has to offer.
The fleet's got an impressive. They even managed a legitimate doctor among their ranks. Business on the Key is like no other. It's the sole reason I'm here. For the credits.
If credit's all you want, you'll fit right in.
Not everyone thinks so. I'm still trade authority, not a part of the fleet. There are a few, Neva included, that see me as an outsider. Regardless, as long as the fleet has goods to push, the trade authority will always maintain a presence on the Key.
Let's talk.
Always looking for...
Right, so he has the advanced weapons. Yeah, the advanced weapons are all you get. There's no superior, which is annoying. You do get superior spacesuits at least, but...
You find anything of value, bring it here first.
Right, so there's the bar. We'll continue our search for evidence in the bar in a second. We're going to first end this episode and see you next